Hey Bookfighters! So like Lauren, I wasn't really sure how we were going to handle young adult books. So I've got a pile of some of my favourite young adult books here, and I just thought I'd share some of those with you. So my first foray into young adult books was probably with Tamora Pierce. This is her second book. She's written a ton, and I love them all, and I have them all, but this one's my favourite. I just found in here a list naming all of the fiefs in Tortal, which is the land that most of her books are set in. And fiefs are like the little towns and cities and villages, and I made a list of all of them. The Starthorn Tree by Kate Forsyth. She's an Aussie author. I actually met her last year and it was really exciting. I got a photo with her dressed as a Dalek. I was dressed as a Dalek, not her. She was just dressed normally, but it was an exciting moment. The Princess Diaries. I love The Princess Diaries. The Princess Diaries have influenced my life in ways that one would not expect reading. Like, they're only short books, and there's 10 of them, but the way that they're written in like a journal style. I write like Mia writes now because I spent 10 years of my life reading these books, and they're brilliant. When they ended, I cried almost as much as when Harry Potter ended. Del Toro Quest by Emily Rodda. She's another Aussie author, though I'm pretty sure these books are sort of popular all over the place. I know there was an anime based on them that came out a couple of years back, which was hilarious. These are more children than young adult. It was originally published as like 8 books, I think. These books are fantastic. They're filled with little puzzles and clues and pictures. I'm gonna find one. There's just all sorts of, I don't know if you can see them, puzzles and pictures and things that involve the reader in the story. And there were a lot of times when I figured out the puzzles before Leaf and Jasmine did, and that made me feel pretty good as a 12-year-old. Okay, the Artemis Fowl books. Everyone needs to read the Artemis Fowl books, especially the first 3. I don't have the first one because I lent it to a friend and I never got it back, but these are good books. I think he's still writing them, and since the 3rd one they've just sort of been going a bit downhill, but the first 3 are brilliant. Ewan Colfer is a genius. He's really funny. Even the newer ones, which aren't maybe the best plot-wise, are still freaking hilarious. Next up is Anything by Jacqueline Moriarty. Yeah, Moriarty. I never realised that until now. Wow. This is the 2nd one in a series of loosely connected novels all set in 2 fictional Sydney schools. It's not a traditional chapter thing there. It's all made up of letters and emails and memos and all sorts of things that have been written down by the different characters, and it all kind of melds together to make one story, and I really like that style. Also very funny books. Here's Dark Materials. I just like these because they've got pretty covers. No, that's not true. They're brilliant books, but the covers are amazing. That's the other good thing about young adult fiction. The covers are often far superior. Lauren, you were saying yesterday about how they made the adult covers for Harry Potter books because grown-ups were feeling ashamed of carrying around books that look like kids' books. The adult covers are but ugly. They're just not attractive, and the UK covers and Mary Graham Praise illustrations are gorgeous, and I don't know why they would... I don't know. Anyway, these are the prettiest covers of any book ever. Last of all, this is the newest book. In fact, I think it's the only one that was published in the last 10 years because it was published last year by Maureen Johnson. Also a good book. You all should read that. So other ones include, I read Speak when I was about 14, and that was probably the first real non-fantasy, non-sci-fi young adult book that I actually read. So yeah, that's a list of young adult novels that I like / have read / appreciate the artwork on the covers of. List? Did I already say list? I am going to read an actual young adult book. I haven't decided which one yet, and it will be one that I have not read before. And I mean, depending on how else this conversation travels in the next week, I will talk about that then. In the meantime, Katie, I will see you tomorrow.